Okay, hi guys. I'm Sydney. I'm your Tau Beta Sigma Western District President.
Hi guys, I'm Mitch. I am your KK Psi Western District President.
So, in this video tutorial, Mitch and I will be going through the steps in order to submit your chapter personal reports, or CPRs, to the online membership and reporting system, completed and on time. So, what exactly is the chapter personnel report? The CPR is basically how the chapter notifies national headquarters of the membership status of each chapter member for the current school year. So, for semester schools, the report is due on September 15th, and for quarter schools, the report is due on October 1st. This simply means that all documents that have to be mailed to headquarters must be postmarked by your specified deadline.
Cool. So starting out, if you type in online.kkytbs.org, it'll bring you to this page and it'll allow you to log in with your email and password. This is what mine looks like. So I'll hit login. And it'll bring you to a page that looks kind of like this. It'll have all of your membership years, and over here, if you're an officer, to have all the reports that you need to hand in. So like chapter personnel report, chapter personnel update, the chapter summary report, and so on. Right now, before we go to the chapter personnel report, I'm gonna ask that you go to search submissions. This will allow you to look up old reports that your chapter submitted, and I'm gonna have you go to your chapter, but since I'm going to look up an old report for Iota Kappa, I'm going to search the district. But we're going to go to the officer and chapter update form, and it'll look kind of like this. It'll probably have your school and all of the reports that have been submitted in the past. So I'll go to Boise State, and it'll look something like this. As you can see, the author was Marisa Robles, and she was elected April 17th, 2016. So it looks like all of this information is correct for this year. And after you look up at this stuff, you can go back to your home page, which will be up here, home, and you can go to the chapter personnel report, which will be over here to start a new one. But we're going to use, since we don't have access to a new one, we'll use Iota Kappas from last year. So when you're going to begin a form, make sure that at the top, somewhere up here, it'll have the school year. Make sure that it says 2016-2017.
And if everything is correct, you're going to begin by completing all the information in the existing members section. So basically, you'll see a list of names that are pre-populated on this form who were active during, in this case, the 2015 to 2016 academic year, and people who were recorded as initiates also during the 2015-2016 year. You're going to use the members to add section for any additional names that were missing on the list. But before you do that, you need to make sure that if a member is, like, say, transferring to your chapter, you want to contact Aaron Moore at hqacc@kkytbs.org prior to submitting your chapter personnel report to basically verify their status and just have their name added to your new members. After that, you want to make sure that you fill out all the membership statuses of each person listed. So even if that status is inactive, conditional, or alumni.
Cool. If any initiates from the 2015-2016 school year don't appear, please check the status of your initiate registration form and confirm that it was completed and submitted to nationals. The status should say transaction completed. However, if the status says form and payment sent to national headquarters, then the form and payment of initiate dues may not have been received by nationals. At this time, please contact national headquarters. This is their phone number, area code 405-372-2333, or email them at hqacc@kkytbs.org. If all information is correct and accurate, change the status of the report to submitted for sponsor approval. So if you look back at your form, and after you submit it, you can go down to the bottom and see everything that the form is going through. So as you can see, Lindsay Hobbs changed the status from draft to submitted for sponsor approval. And then Also, when you submit the form, an email notification will be sent to your sponsor, but you should make sure that you follow up with them just in case, because sometimes um, like sponsors don't see that email and they're really busy people. So, yeah.
Yeah. And if any of the information is incorrect, the sponsor may enter into the comment section at the bottom to change the status to requires corrections. So basically, at this time, that means it's your responsibility to make the necessary corrections and then resubmit the form to the sponsor. So the sponsor has to see it again. And then once the information is correct and he sees that or she sees that, the sponsor can change the status to sponsor approved pending DOB approval. So a notification email will then be sent to your director of bands. So remember though that you should really follow up with your director of bands because the same thing applies. They might be really busy, they might not see it, and again, they can also make any corrections and send it back to you. So you want to make sure that that's why you want to like be in contact with them. And if the information is then correct, the status will be updated to DOB approved, pending collection of fees, and again, an email notification will be sent to you.
You must then again log into the OMRS, select the chapter personnel report, and find the icon near the top, which we won't have that right now because this form has already been submitted, but there will be a button you can click up here that will have you print, and you need to print out the summary page. The formatting of the page will look very different, and there will be a barcode at the bottom. At that time, you need to gather signatures from active, conditional, and associate members. In addition, with the help from your treasurer, collect the required fees from each chapter member of their national dues, which should be 100, as well as a chapter fee, which will be $75. Ensure that the fees collected and sent to nationals matches the fees due section. Please make sure to never send any cash through the mail. Make sure that you send one check to nationals with all of your membership dues. If you need assistance writing a check, please ask a chapter member, or you could ask Sydney or myself.
Yep. And once fees are collected and ready to submit, you're going to edit the submission status to form and payment sent to national headquarters. You're going to mail the check, one check, remember, and signatures to the national headquarters. Remember that it needs to be postmarked by September 15th for semester schools and October 1st for quarter schools. So once national headquarters receives the form and payment, they will verify the contents, write a receipt, and change status to transaction confirmed. At that time, membership cards will be printed and shipped to your chapter, and the status will be updated to transaction completed. You will then receive an email notification that you have successfully submitted your chapter personnel report.
Yay! So if you have any questions about filling out forms or submitting your chapter personnel report, please don't hesitate to contact Sydney or myself. At the end of this video, we'll add our contact information as well as a URL to the OMRS guide created by Nationals. Cool.
Yep.
Thanks for watching. Also, subscribe to the Western District YouTube channel because there's awesome videos on there. Thanks. Have a good day, guys.
Bye.